Welcome to another video and a new series too. In this video, I built this giant pile of textured poop. Nah, this is what I built right here, a giant ant nest. And in this series, I will make one of these giant builds in every single episode. And yes, this does mean it'll take probably about 2 to 3 weeks, just a whole lot of time. But the good thing is that I stream around 4 times a week, and almost the entirety of this build has been done on stream. Which I also have to thank some viewers for both giving me some tips, such as the lighting at that end, and these mushrooms. So thank you guys too. And if you want to see me building more on this project, or watch me do some other stuff such as hardcore, free to come check me out on Twitch. Furthermore, let's get into the video. So the first step for this build is, what in the fucking world do I build? So while I cleaned the trees up, I thought of a lot of different things to build, like a medieval city or like a post-apocalyptic city. The problem is those kinds of builds are kind of overdone at the moment, and I didn't really want to do, something that was done before. I wanted to do something kind of original. So I thought back about a movie I seen named Lava Monsters, and in this movie there are giant insects roaming around the world, such as frogs and giant ants. You probably know where I'm going from there. I thought this was a pretty cool idea for a build, and so I started building. I didn't realize this was going to be quite a big of a build, but I thought I could maybe finish it within like a week or so if I worked pretty hard on it. Boy, was I wrong. There was quite some stuff to do for this build, and in this video I will show the process of this build together with my thoughts of what I was planning on doing as to the style, changes, and other things. And yeah, a lot of things has changed on this build along the way, since I didn't really plan much for this build. Yeah, you'll see eventually. So the first thing I needed to undertake was the hill. I wanted a decently big hill, but I just didn't think the shape of this hill was right, so I didn't want anyone would have done in my position. I made an entire custom hill around it. I know, this was just a huge mistake. I don't really care why, it just didn't change the shape of the mountain. It can't change anymore, so let's just get back to the video. And so I had to make a custom hill, and how I usually make these custom hills is by pointing out where the hill is going to be and then leveling out each and every single layer. How it looks after is kind of weird. Okay, yeah, it's just very, very weird. But right after, I start making a transition between the different levels so it looks more natural and just not weird anymore. Because that thing, that's that's weird. It almost looks like a cake. I don't know. And next up, I would have to texture the build with both coarse dirt and brown concrete, because just having something one color, just one block, doesn't look that extremely nice. And yeah, so I had to texture it all by hand, the entire hill. Just kidding, I just did it with World Edit. God damn it, I love World Edit. You don't want to know how much time World Edit actually saved me for this build. But as you could probably tell by the beginning of this video, we now have a textured pile of poop instead of a normal pile of poop. I wasn't quite sure what to do with this in the beginning, but that'll come later. In the meantime, I made this design of how it should kind of look like, and I made some holes in the hill as kind of entrances for the ant nest. But usually there's one main entrance to it, or at least I liked having the idea of having one main entrance, so I started building that on the top of the hill. Now, the design for the entrances are pretty basic, since it's simply just a cave, but at the entrance itself I try to make it look kind of, a little bit kind of eye-catchy, so I had these strip spruce logs around the entrance. Yeah, I kind of like that. But for now, enjoy this small time lapse. Next up, I added some vines on the side of the hill, made some trees, and added the first couple of ants on the hill and right next to the hill. You don't want to know how much time I spent on getting a design for the ants done, or just getting an ant peeking out the main entrance. Next up, I needed some color since it was just a massive pile of poop at the moment, and even though I enjoyed the memes about it, it still just needed to get fixed since it just, yeah, it was just wrong. I wasn't quite sure of other ways to add some color into the build, but thankfully some very nice people helped me with this too, suggesting to make some mushrooms, which I did. Also started to add some grass and changed the stripped spruce logs to stripped oak logs since I didn't think it stand out too much. But yeah, sadly this footage got corrupted or I simply forgot to record. Yeah, I'm stupid, okay? But here, take this picture of how it looked like at that time. As you can see, the top of the hill is already done, so all I had to do is just put all the detail at the bottom too. So enjoy the final time lapse to complete this pretty massive build. So this right here is the end result, a giant ant nest. I think it looks pretty good since every side just looks a little bit different and every single side just looks very nice in its own way. Also really like the building and the process since it challenged me in doing things I normally don't really do, just making trees and ants. It was pretty nice and I genuinely had a blast making this. So just a big thank you to everyone that checked out my streams while building this, and also a big thank you to everyone that gave me tips and compliments about the build. It's very much appreciated. Now, just keep in mind that this is just the start of a series and, of course, the start of a very big project. I have a ton more to come, but I'm personally very happy with the result of this build. If you guys have more build ideas for this build, then feel free to leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe as it really helps me out quite a lot, and this video took quite some time to make, so we would greatly appreciate it if you would. Furthermore, I hope you liked this video and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.